Nice Impreza. Oh wait. This is a 2006 Saab 92X 2.5i. Right off the bat you're probably puzzled by the striking similarities with the Subaru Impreza of the same vintage, because it is the same car, and this is the only Saab you can actually hear before you see it. Back in 2005, Saab needed an affordable all-wheel drive vehicle to tackle onto the wide open market of compact premium cars, and the only system in development was only due to be ready 3 years later. So with the help of a major stakeholder of Saab, General Motors, they have been able to secure a deal with Fuji Heavy Industries, from whom GM was also a stakeholder. Business, you know. So after a few discussion and a redrawn front end, suspension and interior, a new car straight out of Subaru's factory was ready. And let me tell you, it is a masterpiece of globalization. A Japanese car under a Swedish beige with Americans behind the scene. Lovely. But the dream was short-lived. In 2005, GM sold their shares in Fuji Heavy Industries to both Toyota and Subaru themselves. With the dissolution of the partnership, the 92X was retired in 2006 after only 10,000 examples. But at least in 2008, the cross-wheel drive system was ready to replace the 92X. Look, Subaru, Saab, Subaru, Saab, Subaru, Saab. You see my point now? Yeah, you can get the distinction of owning an European brand with the fault of a Japanese one. Which fault? Rust. Rust here, rust there. How the fuck did that rust? Seriously, how the fuck did that rust? Otherwise the car looks fine for what it is. The front end is eerily similar to a Saab, even though there's something different that I can't quite put my finger on. But the rest of the car is pure Subaru-ness. Subaru-ness? Is that even a word? Anyway, you know what I mean. The side and rear are completely unchanged with the included dysfunctional rear wiper. The profile was already very ancient at the time of the release, and the facelift brought by Saab is definitely not enough to pull out competitors' customers. As for the interior, we got a pretty plain interior with light colored seats that are only going to get dirty. It has at least power windows and a manual transmission with the sunroof, but the material used in the car is not what you will expect out of a Saab. It feels cheap, and this vent is just something on its own. The entertainment system is poor at best, and the HVAC controls are made of cheap plastic that even surprised me by the fact that they were still there and intact and fully functional. Surprise. I have to admit it though, it is much more comfortable than you would expect. Saab dropped out the cardboard filler in favor of actual seat foam, and the driving position is great, just like its Nippon counterpart. The steering is responsive and the brakes are fading away, but it is still enjoyable to carry it around bends with minimal body roll thanks to the improved suspension. There's just one plague that was carried over from the Impreza. This brick wants to understeer at all costs. I understand it is easier for the vast majority of drivers to handle an understeer, but maybe, just maybe, Saab could have induced a little bit of oversteering. That would have been joyful in the package. But as you already know, all the motorization and platform are straight out of Subaru. Just like the engine, we got the AG25-3, nothing special really. Just like the Impreza, we get 165 horsepower. And we can hear it before we see it, just like every other Subaru. Even though we have the basic version here, it was possible to acquire the Aero trim, a WRX equivalent, which is quite good if you want a Subaru, but you don't want to buy a Subaru. It is made of multiple cars, right? Subaru engine, Chrysler battery, definitely stock. GM generic alloy wheels and European paint on the emblems. but the engine is quite reliable, at least compared to what you will expect out of a Subaru 2.5 liter. And there's even a weird serpentine belt noise that when you accelerate resembles a lot to turbo whistle. Cool. In all, the Saab 92X is a car that is aided by Saab and Subaru's fans. Nonetheless, it has found itself a niche market, and Saab had the chance to demonstrate their Svenga-Trolling-Vergede, and it has also opened up a new way of tinkering before their current demise. But still, it should have never been more than an Impreza trim, which consequentially makes it a stupendous winter beater. So be sure to subscribe for more and watch this Subaru and this Audi review.